In Australia, electric cars have become a very controversial issue. Everyone from car fans to grains has something to say about it. Recent news stories claiming that sales of electric vehicles are falling have made the debate even louder. For a moment, it looked like the country was changing its mind about its position on EVs. There is more to the story than meets the eye though, as is often the case with catchy headlines. To figure out what's really going on, stay with us till the end of the video, where we're going to talk about everything related to the dropping price of EVs in Australia, so let's get started. When EV sales in Australia dropped sharply in July 2024, things really got interesting. It didn't look good. Only 6,743 electric cars were sold, which is less than in the previous few months. If you live in a country where EV sales have been rising quickly, this drop might have seemed scary at first. Since the numbers were the only thing that were given, it would be easy to draw conclusions, which is exactly what some news outlets did. Electric cars were called an emergency in the news. But if you look at the bigger picture, you can see that July was more of a one-time event than the start of a trend. This year, Australia has already received more than 100,000 electric cars, which is a big number that shouldn't be ignored. EV sales are not going down at all, as some people say. When you look at the bigger picture, you can see that the growth is still going as planned. A big part of the slowdown is that many people who want to buy a Tesla are waiting for the next version of the Model Y. This car is already very popular in Australia, and things are about to get even better. People are putting off their plans to buy it because they're so excited. The current Model Y is already very amazing. It costs about 56,000 Australian dollars and is known for being reliable, fast, and stylish. The new version, on the other hand, is said to have faster charging, a longer range, and a better interior. It makes sense to wait when you know a new model is going to be out soon. This is a trend that we see in other fields as well, like iPhones, where people often wait to buy the current model until they know the next generation is coming out soon. For what they know will be an even better product, people are willing to wait to get it. This is exactly what's happening with the Model Y. The Australian EV market is more than just Tesla. Chinese automaker BYD has been making news with its electric cars that are both cheap and well equipped. In July, some of the best-selling vehicles were BYD's Seal and Atto 3. With 570 units sold, the Seal shocked a lot of people, and the Atto 3 came in with 434 units sold. And like the Tesla Model Y, the Seal is about to get a new version with better features. This has made some people who want to buy it wait for the update. BYD's rise is important because it shows that the market for electric cars is becoming more diverse. No longer is Tesla the only name in the game, even though it is still the leader. BYD has good options, and their cars are getting more and more popular because they are priced well and have lots of useful features. The Seal and Atto 3 are marketed as affordable and well-rounded electric vehicles. This makes them appealing to Australians who want to move from gas-powered cars. The way the media has covered the story is one reason why people in Australia are confused about EVs right now. There has been a lot of sensationalism, and some news sites are spreading the idea that electric cars are not a good investment. This has a lot of different reasons, but one of them probably has to do with ties to the fossil fuel business, which still has a lot of power in Australia. Some buyers are not sure if they want to switch to electric cars because of scare tactics like these. People are asking more questions about how reliable EVs are, how much they cost, and how the infrastructure works in ways that don't always match up with reality. Everyone doesn't say that electric cars are perfect, but the problems they face aren't impossible to solve. Prices are going down, charging stations are getting better, and battery technology is getting better. In spite of this, the news can make it seem like getting an electric car is very dangerous. This has made some people hesitant, which is one reason why sales dropped in July. But the more people learn about the real benefits of EVs, like how they last longer, cost less to run, and leave less of an impact on the environment, the more likely they are to switch. It's just a matter of getting past the noise. What will happen next with electric cars in Australia? Even though things are not going so well right now, the future looks even better than ever. Experts in the field say that sales of electric vehicles in Australia will take off in the next year or two, and could even double or even triple by 2025. It may seem like a positive attitude, but there are several reasons to believe it. To begin with, the number of electric cars on the market is growing quickly. Tesla and BYD are not the only car companies to keep an eye on. Hyundai, Nissan, and some even newer companies are planning to release new models that will appeal to different types of customers. There is probably going to be something for everyone, whether you want an SUV that's good for families, a sporty car, or even an electric pickup truck. As soon as the new version comes out, sales are likely to go through the roof, with many people finally making the long-awaited purchase. Another highly anticipated car is the Zeekr electric SUV, which is meant to directly fight with the Model Y. Both cars are loaded with the newest technology like batteries that last longer and charge faster. When we talk about fast charging, this is another area where electric cars are about to get a lot better. The batteries in some of the new types that are coming out will be able to be charged in just 10 minutes. This is a lot easier to do than it used to be because it only takes a short time, about the same as stopping at a gas station. Another exciting change is the rise of electric pickups. This type of vehicle has been slower to accept EV technology but is now quickly catching up. The Rara electric pickup and the LDV electric pickup truck are about to change the market by offering strong, environmentally friendly alternatives to standard trucks that use a lot of gas. People who need a workhorse car but also want to be better to the environment will really like these pickups. Of course, we can't talk about electric cars without talking about the problems that still need to be fixed. Australia's huge size and lack of charging stations have been one of the biggest problems with getting people to buy electric vehicles there. More charging stations are being built in cities and along major highways, which is a good sign. But EV owners still need to wait a long time before they can drive across the outback without thinking about where they will plug in next. Battery technology is another area that is changing quickly but could still be better. Every time a new electric car comes out, the range gets better, but people always want more. Some possible buyers are still worried about driving long distances, especially those who live in rural areas. Since energy efficiency is getting better and solid-state batteries are being made, these problems are probably going to become less important over time. Another thing that many Australians don't like is the price. Even though the price of electric cars has been going down, they're still more expensive than cars that run on gasoline. Still, the money you save on gas and repairs over time can often make up for the higher price, and government benefits are making EVs more accessible to more people. The subject is starting to change as more people learn about electric cars and their perks. EVs are no longer seen as a passing fad or a niche market. Instead, people are realizing that they are the way of the future when it comes to transportation. Governments around the world are beginning to set big goals of getting rid of gasoline and diesel cars, and Australia is no different. The country may not be going as quickly as some others around the world, but it is clear where it wants to go. The fact that sales dropped in July has less to do with electric cars themselves and more to do with how the market works, such as how new models are coming out and how the media affects sales. What do you think will be the future of Australia's EV industry? Tell us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.